Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that?
You just heard Donald Trump claim that virtually all jobs last year went to migrants. And Trump didn't just stop there. Let's watch him do some more math. Take a look.
Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but the government hasn't caught up with that yet. But virtually right now, as of the time they did this, virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants.
Beyond 100%. Now you might be thinking those numbers don't sound right. But before you insult Trump's intelligence, we want you to consider this.
I'm very consistent. I'm a very stable genius.
Okay, and for all the doubters, we still have more proof. Here's Trump talking repeatedly about acing a dementia test. Enjoy.
He hasn't taken any cognitive tests because he couldn't pass one. I actually took one when I very recently when I was, the radical left was saying, "Is he all there? Is he all there?" And I proved I was all there because I aced it.
I don't like being called stupid. Is there a test or something I can take to prove to these radical left maniacs that I'm much smarter than them? Is there a test? And he said, "Sir, there is a test. It's called the X test." I said, "What's it like?" He said, "Well, it gets very tough. The first questions are easy, and the middle of the test gets tough, and the end of the test is quite tough." I said, "How tough is this test, Ronnie? Because these people are calling me bad names. They're calling me stupid. They're stupid, Ronnie, and we got to end this bull." And I took it, and I aced it.
Impressive. There's a lot there, Cenk. What impressed you the most in those clips?
I like that framing. Okay, I love when he said, "I aced it." I said, "Ronnie, is there a test I could take to prove intelligence?" I mean, yeah, you could take an IQ test. That would, I don't know that it's perfect, right? But that's a logical thing to take. No, he took a dementia test because apparently the White House doctor thought this moron will tank an IQ test. Let me give him a dementia test where he has to point out lions and camels and zebras and cross our fingers that he passes. And he was so dumb, he didn't know it was a dementia test. He thought it was an IQ test. "I got it all right. I aced it. Man, woman, camera, TV person. Lion's a lion." And they thought I was a stupid. Proved him wrong. In fact, my score was substantially more than 100%. Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it. I like trolling. I like having fun. So I did a tweet yesterday, and I said that, look, these guys, I've been saying that they were doing a war on math for a while, and it turns out I was more than 100% right. And as I expected, a lot of the Trump followers were like, "You're so dumb, man. He can't get past 100%," because they didn't know what I was referring to. And then people were like, "Awkward. He's mocking Trump for saying the same thing." And they're like, "Yeah, whatever, man. When Trump said it, it was smart." Not a direct quote, but you get it. Okay, by the way, here's an old school, we'll go to graphic 2. They got a lot of these, but I've been talking about the hashtag war on math for a while. So that's when Trump thought he won the election because he had 73 million votes. I said, yeah, but the other guy got 5 million more. Hashtag war on math. No, seriously, when they were doing the war on science, you guys heard me talk on the show about how they were going to do a war on math next, and here we are. So you can have some things go up 200%, right? Your profits could go up 200%. Different things can be above 100% in that sense, right? But when you're talking about a certain number of jobs, are created, you can't get past 100% because that's the number of jobs created. It's like the football player coming out at the end and go, "Hey, we gave it 110%. But Donnie, that's just a saying. You can't actually give 110%. Okay, what am I gonna do with this guy? Jackson.
Yeah, well, if you remember at the RNC, he did something similar. He said that migrants took 107% of black and brown jobs. And it was like, that wasn't like all over the news cycle, but it was like, like, how does that work? How do you have 7% more of everything? But I mean, he just says stuff. He just says things. If migrants took 100% of the jobs, then Americans just aren't getting hired. It's not a lot of people complaining about that. Are migrants also getting corporate jobs that they clearly don't qualify for? Or are they in, like, what are you talking about? How can MAGA really believe this? I don't, sure, you have your true believers who will just take anything he says at face value, but there's no way that people are listening to this and thinking he's telling the truth. Everything he says practically is stupid. I don't even really know what else to say. I mean, you still saw Nancy Mace going on to CNN and she pretended like she doesn't know how to say Kamala's name. All of these people are the same.
Yeah, I just realized what he meant by black and brown jobs as you were explaining that. I mean, and color me naive on this one because I didn't get what he was referring to. I just thought he was just being a weirdo like he usually is, right? But as you said, like corporate jobs, I was like, oh, he means low income jobs. Like the migrants aren't coming in and becoming corporate CEOs. They're taking low income jobs, and those in his mind are black and brown jobs.
Of course.
He's such a bad guy. Okay, well, and then when you take 107% of black and brown jobs, does that mean you're taking 107% of the jobs that all black people and Latinos had in this country? Or 107% of the new jobs, but you knew that they were all black and brown jobs? Guys, come on. It's amazing to me that MAGA does not require logic at all. They're just like, I don't need it. I'm good on logic. I mean, later in the show, we're gonna do a hilarious segment where Andrew Tate has like a war on data. He's like, you shouldn't believe data, man. I don't believe data because I'm from the street. First of all, are you? Okay. And second of all, why? Is that what they teach you in the street? Like, look, again, you don't want to believe in facts or logic, that's up to you, brothers and sisters. It's a free country. But for the folks who actually believe in numbers, math, words, language, logic, you can't vote for this fool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of conversation around whether or not Harris should have a press conference, and Trump is trying to exploit that storyline by having multiple press conferences in the same week. But this is what you're seeing. It's devoid of substance, it's filled with lies. Multiple questions yesterday they almost seemed like plants. One was, why did God save your life? Like, and his response was, to save the world. And then there was another one like, what are you gonna do day one to fix the country? These are just like fluffer questions, basically. And during the 30 or so minutes that he just ranted at the beginning, he said things like that. And then when he was asked a question, he avoided it. He was asked about corporate price gouging. He said it was legal, moved on to fracking, to criminal justice reform. He can't answer it. But I don't want us to, it's funny that he's getting the stats wrong, doesn't make sense, and he is stupid. But I don't want to lose sight of what we saw in the debate, and it's manifesting here. He is trying to build, again, a campaign built on hate by otherizing immigrants. And you see the right-wing strategy of blocking that bill that Democrats try to put forward that James Langford wrote. This is what they wanted. They didn't support that bill because they wanted Trump to have that attack in the election. And you're seeing it here. It's funnier here because he got something so ridiculously wrong. But we will see other instances. We saw it in the Elon Musk conversation. Typically, I was listening to a podcast earlier today, they made this point. Those were lines, attack lines, really purely xenophobic lines that his surrogates would put forward in the past. Now he's doing it. So they've gotten so comfortable, the party has shifted so far to the right on anti-immigrant rhetoric, anti-asylum rhetoric, that you're seeing it play out like this. And this is what they wanted. That's why they didn't work together on that bill, despite how obviously bad that bill was.
Yeah, look, he's in so much he's in such terrible shape. I'm even seeing right wingers and MAGA clown him online, and so he's reeling, guys. But so I was gonna say MAGA guys, but whoever's supporting Trump that's left, guys, how do you think it works? Do you think that you're gonna go apply for a new job, let's say at Denny's in St. Louis, and they're like, I'm sorry, sir, we've been mandated to give that to a migrant. Please come on in. Like, you're gonna apply for a construction job in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, it's gonna take a while to get from the border, huh? Okay, we'll wait. Like, come on, you can't possibly believe these things. Just think about it for 1 second. We're not asking for too much.
The I-9 form.
They can't seem to understand or believe that people don't agree with them. I mean, people who were in support of JD Vance are like, he's running a great campaign, like to you perhaps, but clearly not to the rest of the world. I mean, Trump in his press conferences on a plane video, he's like, the latest polls were up in all the polls. Like, no, you're not, dude. Like, you're not. And lastly, who cares if Kamala's not doing pressers because she's beating you? Like, stop complaining about that. Until you start beating her, she can keep doing whatever she wants. I mean, realistically, what difference does it really make? I mean, just pathetic loser through and through. Let's please move on from this guy, please.
Well, we got about 3 months left and then we might move on from him permanently.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.